Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Rainbow Dave and this is a Courseplay tutorial. And today I'm going to be showing you how to set up a seeding course on Bjornhole. Now it's not going to be the best course in the world. Seeding courses rarely are, but let's just generate it for field. Now this is the Pottinger Vitasim 302, so I know it is a it's actually a 3.1 meter seeder, but I'm actually going to reduce the width to 3 meters. It's kind of advisable to reduce the width of your equipment ever so slightly, maybe 0.1 or 0.2 meters. With bigger equipment, 0.5 is usually a good bet, because Courseplay is a weird habit of not really respecting how big your equipment is. And I just realized I'm pointing the wrong direction for the course that I want to make. So the course I want is going to start at this corner, go 3 meters, and at 3 meter increments across the field, the entire width, and up in this section as well. It's going to be seeding. The front of the tractor is going to be passing by 3 meter increments. So this is the northwest corner of the field, so let's just select northwest of the starting corner, and the starting direction is east, because we are facing east, you can see from the minimap. And then you simply, because I don't want I don't want the course to return to the first point, which would be here, and I do not want any headlands. Now if you're using this kind of course on a round field, one with any rounded edges, you are going to want a headland. My advice is maybe 2 headlands before or after, either works. And then you just hit this button here, which generates a course for you. Now let's go and see where the end point of the course is, because that's our next important point. The start point is always going to be where you tell it to be. The end point will end up... oh dear, that is not where I wanted the end point. I am going to have to deal with it. This is a map that I'm using. This is an active map that I'm using for my Let's Play. So if you want to check that out, feel free to do so. There'll be hopefully a annotation at some point during the video telling you what playlist. So here's the endpoint, and what we're going to do is, what I like to do anyway, is I like to have a folder set up for every field. So if you look at this icon here, the little folder with the star on it, you click this, then what I do is I enter the field number like that. This is field 30, so this is going to go into field 30's folder. Now the course is here. It's a temporary course, it's not permanent, it's saved. It's like saved in temporary memory. Now what you're going to do is you're going to hit the save icon, and then you're going to enter whatever the hell name you want for your course. Now I use a code, and this is 3 meters from the northwest corner heading east originally. That tells me where the start point is and what kind of course it is. So now that the course is saved, it is permanent, it is in the memory of Courseplay and your computer. You can close that. And still at the end point of the seeding course, the actual fieldwork course, you're going to start a new recording. You're going to drive off the field. Now this course that you're creating now, that I'm creating now, and that if you're following this in real time, which isn't particularly advisable, but you can, this course is going to bring us past the seed bins, which I know are over here, just out of view. There. So we're going to go around here, and this course absolutely has to pass. I'm just going to bring up the HUD here so that you can see it. This course has to pass the seed bins here close enough that refill seeder appears as an option. So there it is there, and I'll just use it here. Refill seeder is now an option, so this course has in fact passed by the bins close enough to pick up the seeds as being there. So now what you're going to do is you're going to bring the course back around, and I work in loops. You can just bring it back around the same way. I like working in loops because if I'm using multiple workers on the same course, they tend not to crash into each other as much, or in similar courses. So that tractor up there has finished its course that I had it running. So I will have to... Yes, I will actually have to get out of the tractor. Which allows me to show you another important feature of Courseplay. I'm out of the tractor now. Is the course going to be saved? I mean, you know, I'm not in the tractor. I was recording a course. What's going to happen to that course? And you'll see that the markers are still there. Why are the markers still there? Well, that's because Courseplay is actually smart enough to not delete itself. And you can continue recording your course. Now I know that this is the start point of the original course, and these markers appear at all start and end points. You have to try and remember where your courses start and finish, and roughly which one to use. Now they don't have to be perfectly in line, but it does help if the end point to the seed refill course is... You see, it's not perfectly in line. It does help if it's very close to the start point of the fieldwork course. And this is just going to be seed refill for 3 meter course. Now why did I have to name it that specifically? And I'm just going to pop these two into the folder now, because I forgot to. Why did I name it that specifically? Well, now I know that the 3 meter course here can be paired with this course that I've just recorded. And if you wanted to start seeding straight away, you have to close out of the refill course, or at least from my experience you do. Load up the fieldwork course first, and then the refill course, and I like to kind of reverse back a bit. Hit start at first waypoint, and then hit drive now. And there you go. A seeding course done very quickly, very easily. It'll work on any field. The only worry I have, and there was a reason I said that is not a good end point over there. These trees will get in the way, potentially. There is a good potential that these trees will get in the way, because wherever this tractor runs out of seeds, and you're in the field, it's going to make a beeline for this end point. So that is something you need to be aware of. That there are imperfections in Courseplay where you can start off and have what looks like a perfect course, but then something outside of the course, like these trees, they're not in the fieldwork course itself, they can get in the way for your refill. And that's actually going to do its own thing now until the field is done, and then it'll pop out a little green marker like you saw in the middle of the video telling me that the course has been completed and the tractor has finished working. I've been Rainbow Dave. You've been watching a Farming Simulator 15 Courseplay tutorial. These tutorials actually also work in 2013 if you're playing that and want to know how to use the older version of Courseplay. These tutorials actually do work for that as well. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time when there'll be another tutorial. Goodbye.